Hey guys, what's up? It's Raven. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the new year. This is my first video of 2022. I did take a break during January. I wasn't really posting. I just needed a break. That's the best explanation I can give you guys. I needed a break. I needed some time to myself. I needed some time to just chill, but I also needed time to kind of work on some things behind the scenes. So I'm so sorry for those of you guys who were missing me while I wasn't posting in January, but I'm here, I'm back. This is my first video, like I said, of 2022, and I wanted to come out with a bang and do a highly requested video, which is another home decor update. So in case you're new here, I have been doing this home decor series on my channel for going on 3 years now, and the series just keeps on going. But as long as you guys are enjoying it, and as long as there's still things to do around my house, I'm gonna keep doing this series, and you guys seem to really like it. So back again for another episode. If you are not caught up, I will definitely link a playlist down below so you can watch it all the way from the beginning, from when I was first building this house and it was just an empty plot of land, all the way up until present day. Now, before we get into the updates that I have for you around the house, I did also just want to say that for those of you guys who do really enjoy this series, I just wanted to let you know that there will be a lot more content like this on my channel outside of just the things that I am doing around this house. I actually am in the process, drum roll please, of buying another house. So yes, one of the things that I have been working on, or that I was working on during my break, was looking into buying another house. So that is going to be a whole nother series. If you like the house related content, definitely stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed, turn your notifications on. Just make sure you are staying tuned to my channel, because for 2022, we are gonna have even more content like that. I'm very excited, a little bit nervous for obvious reasons, and I know you guys probably have a lot of questions, but trust me, I will be vlogging and documenting everything. So like I keep saying, just stay tuned. In the meantime, let's talk about the updates on this house that I live in right now that I have been working on for 3 years. I have outdoor landscaping updates. I have updates in my office, updates in the laundry room, and definitely a lot of updates for the backyard pool transformation. And they have made a lot of progress with the pool. So if you want to see all of that, definitely watch all the way to the end of this video. So the first thing that I wanted to update you guys on is my front yard landscaping. If you watched the last episode, you know that I had already gone through two landscaping companies that left me with very lackluster results. The first company was overpriced. They did not bring all the plants or plant all the plants that I asked for. Some of the plants that they did bring were the wrong plant or the wrong size. Like I wanted big jumbo plants to fill up my areas, and they brought me these little tiny baby plants. And yes, plants grow, but it takes certain plants a very long time to get bigger. So it just looked like little scrawny plants placed here and there, and it just wasn't giving. So I called another landscaping company to come back and kind of like add on top of it. But what did they do? They came and started digging up stuff and hit the sprinkler pipe with the shovel and broke it. So after I had just got my sprinkler system fixed, y'all broke my sprinkler system. And they were just unprofessional and just causing more harm than good. So scrapped that. And what I actually ended up doing is having my mom help me source plants on our own. We purchased the plants that I really wanted, added extra plants, got bigger plants, and my mom and dad came over to help me just plant the plants our dang selves, because sometimes if you want something done right, you literally just have to do it yourself. So luckily my dad is pretty, handy in general. My parents have owned several homes. They've done, landscaping and things like that. So they know enough to, get certain things done. I wanted the luxury experience of having like the, full design and having somebody come out and source the plants and plant them. And like, I wanted the full professional luxury experience, and I paid the full professional luxury price twice, and it left me with trash. So I ended up having to go the DIY route anyway. And you know what? Maybe I should just try to DIY more stuff in the first place anyway, but I don't know. So we had to dig up plants, move them around, add plants, replace things. We were actually doing quite a bit of work because we were trying to actually make it look like the actual Zen design that I had paid for. If you guys remember back in previous episodes, I used a website called Zen where they virtually design your whole yard for you. They tell you what plants to get. They just made this beautiful design. That's what the professional landscapers were supposed to go off of and make it look like that. Again, they did not do that at all. So we're here looking at the Zen design, trying to match it up and redo it and rearrange it to make it match as close as possible. And I think, shout out to my mom and dad, I think we did a pretty good job. It definitely looked a lot closer. Definitely a lot of the plants still would need to grow in and mature and get bigger for it to really look like the Zen design, but it was 10 times better than what the two companies had previously done. Unfortunately, I did not get much footage like right after we planted it, because that was actually back in September of 2021 that we planted it. So it has been September, October, November, December. It's been about 5 months since we planted it. So about 3 months in, the plants did start to grow and mature and we're starting to look really lush and really cute. And for some reason, I didn't take any pictures or get any video footage of that. So I'm kind of sad because I wanted to show y'all like how it really started to look really good. And I can't show you now because now it's winter and we've already had some below freezing temperatures. Even though I do live in Central Texas, we still get winter weather, and it kind of like shocked a lot of my plants and it's just looking kind of brown and shrivelly now. So I'm sad because I didn't get any footage when it was like looking its best, but hopefully y'all can tell from the footage that I did get. I am really hoping as we continue on through winter that we don't get like another crazy winter storm like we did last year, because if that happens, I'm really scared that it's going to completely kill all the plants and all the work that I just went through is going to be dead and gone. So y'all, please keep my plants in your prayers. I'm gonna do all the tips and tricks that I can find on how to like protect them from the cold and stuff like that. But I'm just really hoping that it doesn't completely ruin it, because I finally got it how I want it and now it's winter time. So I don't know. There is still a lot of landscaping work to be done, like on the side yards and definitely in the backyard, but that will not happen until after the pool construction is completely done. And more on that later. We're gonna talk about the pool construction in a minute, but moving on to another update, I wanted to update you guys on my office. My office has always been like a really exciting room for me to decorate because I really wanted it to be like a statement room. I've talked about it a lot in previous episodes. Like I keep saying, go back, watch previous episodes, get caught up, refresh your memory if you need to. But basically I knew I wanted pink, I wanted color, I wanted razzle dazzle, I wanted Hollywood Regency, I wanted eclectic, I wanted glam, I wanted textures, I wanted just like a creative woman, girl boss works in this office, you know, sparkle and pizzazz. If you watch the previous episodes, you know that I've been through a few things, wasted some money when it comes to my office, but finally I'm getting to a point where I'm making progress. I think the most recent update since the last episode is just that I did get a new office chair. I went ahead and kind of splurged on this cute chair from CB2, and then shortly after purchasing the chair, I did spill coffee on it. I think I posted in one of my vlogs that I used, what is it called? That spray stuff that you're supposed to spray on your furniture to kind of like waterproof it and prevent it from getting stained. Cause I'm like, with this white chair, and this is a chair that I sit in and I drink coffee and I eat my lunch, and this is just like my main everyday chair that I'm always working in. I was trying to protect it as much as possible. So I did do the spray treatment, and like a week after I did the spray treatment, I spilled coffee all up in the chair and that spray did not work. I don't know if I didn't do it right, didn't do enough coats or what, but it was like, the coffee still soaked. So I need to get the chair professionally cleaned already, and that might be an ongoing problem, but the chair is really cute. Other than that, I did decide to finally just recently just bite the bullet and order a few things that I've been wanting for my office. I know I look absolutely insane right now. I want you to try your best to ignore that. I'm also feeling a little insane, feeling a little crazy, a little kooky. Just, you you know, in a silly, goofy mood because I think I'm about to just have a ball out moment. I had one of these moments when I finally decided to buy the restoration hardware pieces that I wanted like for my bedroom and stuff, and I had to basically just close my eyes and click buy because it was so much money, but I had been looking at those pieces for so long and I really wanted them and I held out, and then finally I just was like, you know what? I'm ordering everything right now, and I just ordered it. And you know what? Turned out pretty good. I'm glad that I ordered those pieces. So I have a few pieces here that have been sitting in my wish list for quite some time. And I just posted an Instagram story about it, asking all of you guys to vote on if I should buy stuff or not. And I think at this point, I just need to buy it. What are you doing? Finally purchasing the couch for in here. Finally purchasing the chandelier for in here. Finally purchasing maybe even the, I don't know, the neon sign. Are we thinking neon sign finally as well? Oh, the rug for in here. Those are 3 big purchases that I definitely have picked out that I think I'm about to just pull the trigger. I think I'm about to just do it. Neon sign, I'm not 100% sure on. I don't know if it's gonna look good with everything else, so might wait on that. But those 3 things for in here, definitely. Anyways, I think I'm about to do it. I think I'm about to just do it. It's a lot of money to spend at once. It makes me very anxious to order things because I have had such a bad experience with ordering things for my house, just period. If you guys have been watching these videos, you know. So I always get nervous that it's just gonna go wrong and I'm gonna somehow just lose my money and it's just gonna be a headache. But I'm so tired of things not, like, empty walls and empty space and things sitting on the floor. I have lived in this house for over 2 years now. I can't live this way anymore. So we're just gonna buy the stuff. We're just gonna buy the stuff. We're just gonna buy the stuff. Buy the stuff, buy the stuff. I literally have to hype myself up because I don't know why. It just gives me so, like, well, I do know why. Okay, I'm just gonna buy the stuff. I'm gonna buy this stuff. I'm gonna buy it. So I ended up placing a pretty decent order from CB2. The original thing that I really wanted was the quartz crystal light fixture that I have been looking at for forever. So I got that, which I was nervous to buy because it was a big purchase, but I was really excited. And then they were also having a sale. So I got a few little random things just to decorate the shelves in my office. I got a pink marble sphere, a black marble tray. I got this cute little vase. And then I saw that they had these outdoor planters on sale, originally $150, now down to like $50, which is a really good price for these big planters. I had tried to buy some before and they were so expensive. So since these were on sale, I went ahead and grabbed 2 of these just because I knew I could use them somewhere, not necessarily in my office, but they were just such a good price, I couldn't pass it up. And then at the last minute, I made an impulse purchase and I bought this fluffy black rug thinking that it could go in my office. It's just something that I just saw that day. And since I was already filling up my cart, I was like, YOLO. And then after that, I went ahead and purchased the infamous pink couch from Anthropologie. And I have been so nervous to buy this couch, but it was time. So if you have seen the previous episodes, you know that I was talking about this pink couch from Anthropologie, and I was like, going back and forth, like I really want it, but it's really expensive and I'm not sure about the color, and like it's gonna take forever because they're saying like a 6-month lead time because it's a custom order. And so I just never ended up ordering it. But I searched and searched and searched, and I thought and thought and thought, and at the end of the day, it's what I want. And I'm not really gonna be satisfied with any other like alternative. So I finally just went ahead and ordered it. So we got the couch, we got the light fixture, we got a few trinkets. The good news about the stuff that I ordered from CB2 is that it was all in stock. So I wasn't having to wait 6 months for it to be delivered like mostly everything else that I've been trying to buy. So the rug came in. Okay, so don't mind my voice right now, but I have thoughts about this rug. I think the rug itself is fine. It's a basic black textured rug, just, you know, not meant to be a statement piece, just, you know, add a bit of darkness and texture to the room. I don't hate the rug itself, but I just don't think it's going to work well in this room. I think it is a little bit plain. I have to wait and see how everything else comes together, but I might want to do something a little bit more funky with a pattern or a print on it. Even though this is textured, I think it might be a little plain. But also really the main thing is that this rug is too fluffy and textured for my chair. Like, this doesn't have a rug pad or anything underneath it. I know that there are ways that I can kind of like stick it down and make sure it doesn't move around as much, but just with how thick and everything it is, trying to roll, like, look at that. I feel like that's gonna happen no matter what, and the chair doesn't wanna like roll on top of the rug. So this is a chair that I use every day, and I roll it around and I'm like, you know, pushing it in and out, and that's gonna be really annoying to have it, you know, getting caught on the rug like that. And I also feel like it's just going to ruin the rug over time. So I don't know if it's better to just not have a rug, because, and maybe it's just this particular rug, but to me, it just looks like I put a blanket on the ground. Is it the wrong size? Is it the wrong type of rug? I don't know. Or does a rug just look weird in here in general? It just looks weird to me, like, I don't know. This was not a good impulse buy. I think I'm about to roll it right back up and get ready to return it. Just for reference, here's how the room looks without the rug. It just looks bigger and brighter and fresher to me without any rug in here. I haven't ever had good luck with rugs in general. I have no rugs in my house right now because the few that I did have, I ended up hating them and got rid of them in every single room. So I think this might just be an anti-rug household. So yeah, definitely returning that rug. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. I'm still deciding, do I even want a rug in there? We gotta figure it out. All the little trinkets started coming in and those were cute. So I got this and this as little trinkets to go on these shelves over here. Like that, something like that. But this is so heavy. It's like solid marble. I'm scared to even put it on here. I mean, these shelves are bolted to the wall. They're pretty sturdy, but like, I don't know. This little shelf, this little glass shelf, I'm scared to even put this tray on there. So I might save this tray and just use it for something else. Oh my God, it's so heavy. Something like this over here. I mean, I don't want to cover up my Tom Ford book all the way, but something like that. I mean, there's multiple places I could put this. And while I was waiting on the light fixture to get delivered, I wanted to kind of do like a virtual try-on digital rendering type thing. I like to do this on Photoshop. It's actually pretty simple. If you know how to use Photoshop, you just take a picture of your room and then you can take the online photos of the furniture pieces and things like that and kind of just overlay it into your room to see what it would look like. So this is what I've landed on right now. I Photoshopped in the couch, of course, and then I even have like my little thing. What is this even called? I don't know. And I Photoshopped in this ostrich feather lamp because I have wanted this lamp. It's been like a ridiculous desire of mine for a long time. It's a statement piece. I think a lot of people would think that it's ugly or it's ridiculous or what, but I just think it's really cute and unique and cool, and I've always wanted it, and I feel like it actually looks good now that I've Photoshopped it in. I think it looks good. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I added that in, and then I've been messing around with the gallery wall. I even added in like the artwork into the picture frames that I have so I can see what it would look like when it's actually framed. I did some black frames around these just to kind of see. I have my actual artwork that I took pictures of Photoshopped in. And then for this one, I found this like vintage circular frame and Photoshopped that in. I think that's pretty good. I mean, it's a start. It gives me a general idea of what I would want it to look like. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and order these art prints, the flamingo, the flowers, the girl, the jellyfish. Not quite sure about this one because I feel like I could easily paint this myself instead of buying it for $20. But I think this one, I'm gonna go ahead and order those off of Ziya now. Again, not everybody's style. I'm going for I don't even know, it's like eclectic, I guess, type of look, but I really like it. It's making me really want to buy that ostrich feather lamp, We gonna see. I think I'm gonna wait till I get the couch in and then decide how I feel, because I'm not sure about like the sizing of everything. But so far so good. I'm liking how it's coming together. So I was able to use that to inform which prints I should order for the gallery wall. And I went ahead and ordered a handful of prints. I'm really picky when it comes to buying art because I consider myself to be a bit of an artist. Y'all know that I have my own art pieces, my own canvases that I've painted all around my house. So if I see a piece of art that I like, even though it might not be exactly morally sound to be doing this, a lot of times I see a piece of art that I like and I'm like, I could make that myself. So I'm just gonna copy it and make it myself. Is that a little bit illegal? I don't know. But some of these prints that I found, I'm like, I literally have paint upstairs, extra canvases, extra like paper and stuff like that. I could just make it myself. So I think I'm gonna do a mixture of ordering some prints that I can't, like these photos of these flamingos and flowers and jellyfishes. I don't know, like I'm not good at realistic artwork of actual animals and things. But as far as abstract art is kind of easy to make. Pro tip, you can make your own abstract art. You don't need to buy it unless there's an artist that you really like and you really want to support that artist. Of course, pay for it. I am still waiting on those prints to come in so I can get everything framed and get everything hung up, but I have a pretty good idea of what I'm doing. And then shortly after that, the light fixture did get delivered and I was able to hire someone very painlessly to come and install it real quick. That was a very smooth process, hallelujah, and it looks great. I'm really happy with it. I know it's like a bit much, not everyone's style, but I just think it really adds so much to the room. It's such a statement piece, and I think it's very me. It's gold, it has quartz crystals on it, like it just, it's setting the tone for the office. I know when I first started putting my office together, people were like, it's kind of plain, it's kind of monochromatic. Like I thought you was gonna do razzle dazzle. The razzle dazzle is coming from these, accessory type pieces. It's like, a more muted outfit, but with a lot of jewelry on is kind of the vibe that I'm going for with my office. So far, so good. I feel like I'm finally making progress with my office. Definitely not done yet, but we are getting somewhere. Today is January 15th. Let me turn around so you can see me. I just received this in the mail from Anthropologie. It is a fabric swatch, even though I already had gotten a swatch before, of the fabric that my couch for my office is gonna be made out of. And it says, exciting news, your recent custom furniture order is moving right along and is now in production. Enclosed is a swatch of the fabric you selected. And whenever I ordered the couch, they did say that once I received this in the mail, that just basically means they've officially started working on my custom couch. And so I know that it's like moving right along in the process. So this came sooner than what I thought. Today is, like I said, January 15th. I ordered the couch, I guess about a week ago. I placed the order, so it's already in production, which is good. They said expected to be delivered in, what was it, June or July? So they were estimating literally like 6 months. But if it's already in production on January 15th, maybe that's good news. Maybe it's gonna get done and get delivered sooner. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We'll see how long it actually ends up taking. So I finally got my last little accessory that I ordered from CB2. It's this solid marble, literally. I just got it because I believe it was on sale and the colors went nicely with my office, and I'm just trying to get, little decorative pieces to style this shelf. This is a fully spherical, really heavy, solid thing. I thought one part of it was gonna be flat so you could set it down, but it's not. So I just use a little bit of this like sticky tack, like poster tack stuff under it to kind of hold it, because otherwise it will roll off. And if this thing rolls off and hits the floor, I'm pretty sure it would crack my floor. That's how heavy this is. So hopefully that stays there. I've also just been messing around with arranging the things on this shelf. This is definitely not how it's gonna stay. I'm probably gonna continue messing with this arrangement for the rest of my life, and I definitely need more stuff, better stuff, cute. I just want like really special, cute, unique things, and I've yet to really find the stuff that I really want. So this is all I've got right now. I also had this thing, which I got from Z Gallery. It was also like on sale. Cute white marble with the gold pieces. It's an actual real game that you can play. I did end up getting 2 of these black planters from CB2. So it's just a simple glossy black. What I will most likely end up using these for is somewhere out in my backyard, like on the back patio once all of that is complete. Since I am planning on doing black iron furniture, this would be nice with, you know, some agave planted in it or something. So here they both are. If you guys recall, I did a DIY for a similar type of simple black planter for my bedroom because these can be so expensive. So I'm glad that I got these on sale. I will find a use for them eventually. So moving on to the next area of the house that I wanted to update you guys on. We have a brand new mudroom, or hall tree, I guess technically is what it's called because it's not a separate room. But you guys, once again, y'all gotta watch the previous episodes if you're not caught up because the drama. Long story short, I got scammed. The guy was very creepy. He stole my money. He did a horrible job. The job that he did do was unfinished. It just was a nightmare and I was very unhappy with the final product. I think he blocked me because I was calling him, texting him. He ghosted me. And so I had to hire the guy who did the cabinetry in my laundry room, who actually did a good job in my laundry room. I hired him to come back and rip out the mudroom that the scammer guy did for me, completely rip it out and completely redo it. It's not done yet. They still have to come back and do, I think, just one more day of like just finishing work on it. It needs to be like painted and caulked and just put all the little finishing touches, and then obviously the spots on the wall from the previous one where it left holes and stuff, that needs to be fixed and like repainted and everything. But overall you can see the difference in the quality of the wood on the bench. I am also going to ask them to put another coat of the dark stain on this because on my stairs, this is actually not like a black paint. It's a really, really dark brown stain, but I wanted it to look black. So they had to do a whole bunch of really deep coats of the stain. And I was trying to kind of mimic that same thing over here. As you can see, this is just how it is right now. It definitely coordinates nicely with the flooring, but it doesn't coordinate with the stairs. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that. We're gonna see if they can darken it. But overall, the whole structure of it and the way that it's built is definitely just way more professional, way more clean and exact, even though it's not even done yet and it still needs to be cleaned up. I can just already tell that the craftsmanship on this is way better. There's a pattern with this house of doing things, wasting my money, having to rip it out and having to redo it. But you know what? As long as I get the result that I want in the end, at this point, I'm just willing. I'm just like, you know what? Take my money. I just want the result. Okay, here is the final product. Mudroom bench 2.0 was just completed today. Bougie, what do you think? You like it? Beautiful matching of the baseboard, so it just blends right in and just looks like it was always part of the house. I really wanted that. Wraps all the way around and blends right in. We now only have 3 cubbies, but I mean, I think it just looks nicer and it makes more sense. And it's still, you know, you could put a couple of Ziya shoes in each one, put maybe fit 2 pairs of adult shoes in each one. I mean, we don't need a lot of storage. We have closets. This is just for like a few pairs of your everyday shoes. So I think that's good. The top bench, definitely an upgrade. It's a solid piece of wood instead of that patched together mess from before. Much nicer type of wood. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know it's nicer. And the stain and the finish of it matches the stairs, which I think is a really nice touch because, you know, we want the whole house to tie together. So the white and the ebony, white and ebony, just looks like it was always meant to go together. Again, decided not to do the cubbies on top because it was just unnecessary, really wasn't serving a purpose, and it was just looking really bulky and awkward. So didn't do that, instead just put a nice little trim on top. I think they did a good job with that. And yeah, overall just really, really nice craftsmanship. Everything is perfectly straight and aligned and sanded and smooth and painted really nicely, just done properly. Overall, much, much better result. And then just for reference, here's how it looks in use. So obviously the reason why I wanted this is to just have a nice place to hang our jackets, bags, purses, Ziya's backpack for school, car keys. Obviously have a place to put your shoes, and Bougie likes it because even with the old one, he likes to just chill up here and sleep on the bench. So you can see he's already checking it out. And yeah, it's right here by the garage door, so it's in the perfect spot when you're going in and out to grab your stuff or put your stuff back and be able to sit down and put your shoes on too. So luckily this guy I already knew because I had worked with him in my laundry room, and I knew that he was reliable. I knew that he knows what he's doing. He works quickly and efficiently. So I was not surprised when he came in, ripped it out, only took 2 days, like 2 afternoons, and voila, he gave me a brand new, perfect haul tree. So yeah, this is a very small little random part of my house that you wouldn't think would be a big deal, but I have literally been trying to get this done for over a year now, and I have wasted so much money and gone through so much drama for this stupid little haul tree. I am just so happy for it to be done, okay? And I use it every day. I hang up my keys, I hang up my coat, I hang up my bags, Ziya hangs up her backpack, and it's just, it's such a relief. Also, while they were there fixing my mudroom, they also had to go into my laundry room and adjust a few things, add some pieces into the cabinetry in there. So in here, these little panels were added. These are literally just panels to cover up the gap. They don't serve any functional purpose. I wasn't able to add actual drawers here because it was just barely like too short to actually fit this same type of drawer. For a drawer, it actually has to be almost like half an inch bigger. You see this line right here? So it would have had to go down like this, and that just would have been way too close to the actual height of the dryer, and it just wouldn't have fit. So basically it's just a panel just to block in that gap, just for aesthetic purposes. And then the guy who did this also realized that they had forgotten to put this little trim piece here, which, you know, again, it's just for aesthetic purposes, but it matches with how it is up here. So he added that on too, which was nice. He didn't have to do that. And then he just kind of, this thing was just like sitting here like loose, like its own piece, but he like bolted it into the wall and leveled it out so that everything would be perfectly aligned and level and secure. And yeah, so now this whole base is completely prepped for the countertop, but still hoopla and stress with the freaking countertop after literally a year. Once again, there was drama with the laundry room. These people who installed the cabinetry, like I said, they're great. They did great work. It wasn't anything that was their fault, but I had drama with the laundry room. Again, I'm gonna keep saying this. Y'all gotta go watch the previous episodes because I can't do a full recap in every episode. But where we left off was that did not like the wooden countertop, had to get a replacement, got to get another replacement, decided on not doing a wooden countertop. We're just gonna do a regular countertop that matches the existing countertop that's on the other side of the room. So we sourced a match, or at least a dupe that was close enough of a match, and ordered it. We ordered the countertop piece. That was, you know, a few months ago, because they told me that it would take, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks for that countertop piece to come in. And, you know, 6 weeks passes by. I'm checking in like, hello, where is my countertop piece? This is now, you know, let me remind you, this is now what, like the 3rd or 4th countertop that I'm having to order from you guys due to all the previous drama. Where is it? Can y'all hurry up? And they're like, what? We have that countertop, but we don't have that size. So like, we couldn't place that order. Y'all didn't want to tell me that y'all actually don't have that, so you actually can't. Y'all had me over here thinking that the order was signed, sealed, delivered. I went through the whole, everything was processed. That's what they told me. It was processed and I was just waiting for it to be delivered. Whole time it was never processed. So that obviously pissed me off because I'm like, after everything I've been through with you people. But they were like, don't worry, we don't have that exact thing, but we do have this other thing that'll still work. So we'll just place an order for that. But it's gonna be another at least 6 weeks, if not longer, Cool, thanks, love that so much. So I'm currently, as of today, still waiting on that dang countertop to be delivered. In the meantime, they had to go in and add some extra pieces. So the laundry room is almost done. All the cabinetry and everything is done. The only thing missing is the dang countertop. And I will be so happy when that comes in, because literally, this is another thing that has taken over a year to get done and has been so much back and forth and returning and reordering and ripping out and putting it back and redoing. So I will be so happy when that countertop finally gets delivered and finally gets installed. It should be like literally any day now, but yeah. Okay, now for the update that you all have been waiting for, the major thing that you came to this video for: the backyard transformation and the pool. So if you watch my vlogs, you may have seen this vlog here where I actually already talked about the first few phases of them starting construction on my pool, and I showed kind of the whole process up until that point. So definitely check that out if you haven't seen that already for more of the in-depth of the kind of beginning process. But I do kind of want to just recap, start from the beginning with the pool process. So they started construction on it in the beginning of October, so October of last year. They marked out the lines, then they came in and dug it up, had to bring the big excavator bulldozer thing. It was a wild sight to see all this machinery in my backyard digging this big old hole. And then the next phase was to kind of like frame it out. So all this is very new to me. Like, obviously I did some research on the process, but to see it actually happening in my own backyard was definitely crazy. This same company is also doing the surrounding decking, and they're kind of doing like my whole backyard, connecting the patio and the deck, and it's gonna be like a whole system all together. So they're also framing out like those surrounding patios as well. So that all happened between like October and then going into November, and then right around like before the holidays, they were really starting to like make progress. But before they can move any further, I had to finalize my decisions for the design. So in my previous episodes, I already kind of talked to you guys about the general design, but zooming in, I needed to pick out the exact tile that I wanted, the exact colors and materials that I wanted for everything. So that was a little bit of a tedious process, not tedious, but you know, as with most things, it's the process to go and pick things out. It is a Tuesday morning. I still have that thing up. That thing has been up for forever, since my Halloween party. I need to take that down, the thing above the TV. I just wrote a very hefty check to the pool company for my second round of payment. I wrote the first check a few weeks ago whenever they first got started with the pool. It's basically divided up into like, I think 4 or 5 payment chunks, and the total cost is more than what I originally thought it would be, but I ended up being okay with it. But it's just, it is still really crazy to write these checks for this much money. These are the biggest checks I have ever written in my life. It's really making me feel like a big girl, but it's also making my tummy hurt a little bit. So I just wrote the second big check. That needs to be paid today, and I'm actually on the way right now to, first of all, take Ziya to school, but then after that, we're going straight to the pool tile warehouse where they have all the samples of the tile and the stone, so I can pick out exact, you know, pool tile and stone and trim and stuff for the pool. I have a general idea of like what kinds of materials I want and what kinds of colors I want, and we did kind of talk about that, but I haven't picked out the exact materials. So that's what I'm about to go do. Flashback to last Friday. Just pulled up to the pool design center to look at the tile and stuff, but it says Monday through Friday 7 to 4, no appointment after 3. It's 4:05 right now. We didn't know anything about having an appointment, so it was some confusion between like, do you need an appointment or do you not need an appointment? Long story short, we drove all the way over there and weren't even able to go in, but this time I actually have an appointment. Although when I called to make sure what time my appointment was, they were like, we don't make appointments. So, you know, I'm not really sure what's going on, but hopefully I can actually go in there today and choose my tile, because I have to choose the tile, otherwise they can't move on with the next step of the pool, and we're trying to keep this rolling. So, okay, just got to the pool tile stone warehouse. So they've got everything on display. So you can see all the colors and stuff. Just left the pool tile place. I have some samples. I'm missing the one main sample, which is the really cool black, I think she says porcelain stone, that I'm planning on doing for the feature wall for the waterfall focal point. I want to do like a dark, it's like an almost black, marbly looking type thing. She didn't have a sample of that to give me, but she's gonna get it and we're gonna go back and look at it. But I was able to get a sample of just the simple light colored tile that's gonna probably be for my water line. And then these two options, most likely this one, not this one, for what's called the marker tile, which is the little strip of tile that goes on the stairs so that you can see where the stairs are. I kind of don't want to do marker tile at all, but Chef Tony feels like I need to because it's a safety thing so that you can see the stairs better so that you don't slip and stuff like that. But this is gonna be so subtle anyway. I'm like, how is it really helping you? It's also
texture too, because you can feel it. Like she says, that's why they put texture in there, because it's like, oh, I can feel it with my feet. Like this is the edge of the stairs.
I mean, yes, I do feel like I probably should. It would be safer to have it versus not have it, but you don't technically have to have it. But I'm gonna see, you know, how this looks once we get all the samples and stuff. So now we are at a stone yard where they have looter, all these vocab words, which is for the coping, which is the border around the pool, essentially. So we're here to look at, apparently there's only like 2 colors to choose from, but I wanted to see them anyway. And then from there, we are going to match the decking to the coping. There's like, it's decking, coping, waterline tile, plaster, and marker tile, I believe are the 5 like materials that you have to choose. So I've pretty much chosen like 3 of the 5 things, and now we're kind of just like trying to match everything together. So let's go look at the stone. So essentially, it's looking like for looter, you pretty much, it varies from piece to piece, but you pretty much have pieces that are more white, then you have pieces that are a lot more yellow, and then you have a couple shades of gray. I don't want anything warm or yellow at all. White could be pretty, but my patio is not gonna be white. I was imagining gray because of, you know, when you think of a concrete patio, but I guess it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I mean, either one of these will work, I feel like.
Okay, so like I said, basically for this selection, the choice is either yellowish, white, or gray. And I'm 99.9% sure that I'm gonna go with the gray. I think it looks nice with some of the other stuff that I already picked out. 3 of the 5 things picked out, and I'll be kind of matching everything else to these choices. Same day, a few hours later, we're back at the pool tile warehouse to look at the sample of the dark tile that I think I want for the waterfall that they didn't have because somebody was using it, but that somebody brought it back. So now it's here, so I can actually look at it in person. So we came back over here to look at it. So yesterday we spoke to the lady from Cool Code, which she was the one who ran us through all the options as far as the decking, like the surface and the color of the whole patio. Now I am trying to still finalize my selections for the tile. I have these samples here, which I've had for a while, but I do not have in my possession the main sample for the main accent tile that I'm thinking I want to do for the waterfall, and that's like a really important aspect to the overall design. And since I don't physically have it here, I can't really like hold it up next to these and hold it out there and like make sure that it's gonna go with everything else. So the other thing that I do not have is the looter. So it's 2 major parts of the pool that I don't physically have a sample of to really make sure that I like it. So what my mom ended up doing is she finessed the first people into letting her take their sample of it that customers are not really supposed to take out of the store. She convinced them to let her take it, borrow it for the day, so that she can bring it over to the other place, which has the other sample of the other thing. So we're stealing one sample from one place, bring it over to another place so that we can see them next to each other, because both those two places don't let you take samples home. Does that make sense? And my mom just went and did that just now, but now I need to meet her at the place so that I can see it for myself, because it don't make no difference if my mom looks at it. I need to look at it. It's my pool. So I am bringing all these other samples with me. So yeah, I ended up choosing the really pretty like charcoal black marble tile for that main back wall, like where the waterfall is, the main like wall that you're gonna see when you look out into my yard. I chose this as kind of like the statement backsplash tile. And then I chose this regular kind of carbon black coordinating tile for the water line, which goes all the way around the inner border of the pool. And then I chose this one, the kind of sparkly gray, for the marker tile, which goes on the steps like underwater within the pool, just to kind of show you where the steps are. To be quite honest with you, I am not in love with this tile, but there was very limited options to choose from, as you saw. And so this was the best that I could get. And it's gonna be underwater and it's not gonna be a big part of the pool. So I feel like it's fine, but I do really love the, the main backsplash tile that I chose. And then the pool is gonna have a white sparkly plaster all on the inside, which, fun fact about pools, the plaster color that you choose for the whole like inside of the pool determines what color the water ends up looking. So you can create kind of an illusion of having like really crystal clear water. You can have a more like blue lagoon looking water. You can have really dark blue water, you can have really bright blue water, just depending on the plaster color that you chose. So with me choosing this really bright white plaster, my water is gonna look more like super light crystal clear water. So that's everything that's like inside the pool. As for everything that surrounds the pool, I did end up choosing the gray looter for kind of the border that goes around the edge of the pool. And then after talking to the Cool Coat, which is the substance, the coating that they put on the flooring surrounding your pool, like the decking. Well, you don't have to, but this is like one of the things that's recommended. It just kind of helps keep the floor cool so that when the sun is blazing down, you don't burn your feet on the concrete. It's just like a coating and overlay that helps give it some texture too, so you don't slip. It's just something that most people do on the flooring that surrounds their pool. So there's a lot of different colors and styles and patterns and illusions that you can do with this cool coating. Some people do very intricate, colorful tile looking stone stuff, and I did meet with the lady and she showed me a lot of things, but I really wanted something that was just going to be very plain, honestly, because I was going for a very modern, a la Restoration Hardware, as per usual type vibe. So based off of my inspo pictures, there really wasn't too much going on with the decking, surrounding the pool. Is very plain concrete. Technically, it's kind of like the cheapest option, but that's just what I wanted. So I'm gonna still do the cool coating, but it's just gonna be very like plain. So after all those final choices were made, they were able to place the order for all the materials and actually continue working on the pool. So they poured the concrete in the pool itself. I don't know if it's technically called pouring concrete, but and then from there they were able to, start putting in the tile. But one thing that I noticed once it started to take shape is that the back waterfall structure was a lot punier and shorter than what I imagined, even though it was the height that I agreed on. I was like, now that I'm seeing it in person, it's not doing it for me. It needs to be taller. It's hard to get these shots without going out there and being a creep and disturbing them and filming them right up in their face. But I just wanted to show you guys here, if you see those like 5 cinder blocks stacked on top of the back wall, they are using that to raise up the back wall a little bit. The whole entire back wall overall needs to be raised by about 6 inches. Some people do very extreme, dramatic 6 feet tall waterfall walls. I wasn't gonna do all of that, but I did wanna raise it up a little bit. So I had them come back and raise it up. Luckily, they were able to do that without any problems, and I'm really glad that I did that. If y'all can see over here, the level of the patio so that it's level with the pool ended up being below ground level over on this side. My yard is just very like sloped in all kinds of different ways. They told us that this was going to be a challenge going into it, but they reassured us that they would be able to figure it out, except on the original plans, it wasn't supposed to be like this deep down. I don't know. You can see how in order to level out the ground, they're literally below the house level. Like this is the house. This is literally the foundation and they're way down here, like a whole foot below the level of the house. And then you can see how it starts to slope down and then you have the level where the pool needed to be. So in order to do the patio or like the deck over here, it's definitely creating a challenge on like how to make it make sense when it's like below ground level over here. For flooding reasons and for multiple reasons, you can't have it like that. But we also can't slope the deck this much. So bit of a challenge here. And then we also ran into a challenge with the stairs, basically, and I knew this going into it. So they actually made a mistake somewhere along the line. The pool and that last step right there were supposed to be at the exact same level, but they're not. So the idea was that they were just going to extend this last stair straight into the pool and then extend it straight into the deck. And like that last stair was gonna represent like the level of the whole pool and patio and everything, but it's not. It's like 2 inches lower. So if they try to extend this out to here, it's gonna be floating above and it's gonna be like, that won't work. So essentially, you know, they can't move the whole entire pool or make the pool higher. So the only thing they could do is make the stair lower. Just due to the mathematics and the situation of it all, they're gonna have to rip out this whole staircase and redo the whole staircase so that it flows nicely into the level of the pool. So that is something that I was not expecting. That was not part of the original plan. We were gonna use the existing staircase, just extend it out a little bit. It was gonna be a quick little thing over here, but now they are going to have to rip out this whole thing and redo the whole stairs. Where we stand right now, I'm pretty sure we have a solution and it's gonna be okay, but it's just gonna be a lot more, it's just gonna be more intensive than what I expected. It was just a lot of hoopla and we had to kind of redesign the deck on the fly at the last minute. It was just, it got dicey there for a minute. In the moment, I definitely got nervous because I'm like, this is kind of a big structural issue with the overall design and y'all are telling me like, sorry, but you can't do this and we're gonna have to change it. What do you want to do? Last minute, decide right now. And that just made me very nervous because y'all know that I have not had good luck with, you know, things around my house and having to do and redo stuff. So I was like, oh hell, here come the problems with the pool, because up until this point, I really haven't had any problems with the construction. But although it was a little bit dicey there, we were able to come up with a new design that I was really happy with. And I honestly kind of like it better than the original design anyway. Progress update on the actual pool. It's definitely coming together. They have put in all the tiling. So kind of the back accent tile is all done. The border waterline tile around the whole rest of the pool is done. The coping on top of everything is done and going all the way around. They even installed the actual waterfall mechanisms, those two little blue lines, that's where the water will come out. And then you can see from this angle, this deck area is all prepped for the actual concrete to be poured in. They had to rip out the stairs here, but they've rebuilt the structure for the new stairs. They had to kind of fill it in, frame it out, and the new stairs now lead over to this deck area over here, which is now lifted up. I think it's nice. I think it's actually kind of nice to have different levels and stuff going on. It kind of just makes it seem more, not fancier, but you know what I mean? It's like, oh, you've got multiple levels to your deck. Like it kind of seems like an extra nice feature. So I'm not mad at it. And then over here on this side, on the opposite side, we are gonna have this other deck space. So I plan to have the laid back chairs. I can't think of the name right now, but you know, The chairs you can lay out on if you want to tan. This will be a nice area to have those type of chairs. And then it just leads right into the pool. These little slivers of grass that you see left over are all going to be filled up with landscaping. So I'm really not going to have a lot of actual grass space in my yard. And that is intentional. So trees will go all here. Trees are gonna go all on the back wall behind the pool. So that's why we intentionally left enough space behind, like between this wall and the pool, for the trees to be planted all along there. Trees are also gonna be planted all along the other side. So the only actual usable grass space that's gonna be left is gonna be here. This is a decent little chunk of space between here and the fence, and then I kind of have this whole side yard leading up to the front of the house. That's actually like a decent amount of space if for any reason you needed grass space, which like I don't have a dog, I don't have like, Ziya's not really big on just playing outside in the grass necessarily. As they were starting to get everything into place and pour the concrete for the surrounding decking and everything, it was really starting to take shape, and I'm really happy with it so far. Having a team meeting and getting distracted because they're pouring the cement. This is exciting because this is when it really starts to come together. They have to just make sure it doesn't go inside their boots. I have to keep showing y'all from my limited vantage points through this window because I don't want to go out there and be creepy recording them right up in their face. But concrete has been poured. It's like all smoothed out over here so you can really see the vibes. This is exciting because it's really coming together. Here's this side from my bedroom window. Ooh, we have a deck, y'all. They're working on the stairs, the new stairs that they had to redo the previous stairs. And then we got this whole deck space. Wow. Okay, so today is January 14th, and this is the current progress. Yesterday they poured the concrete. Today they came back and did some little, I guess, like touch-up work to the edges. It's still obviously like drying and curing, and there's obviously still a lot more work to do, but it's really exciting to see the new stairs and the full deck and patio surrounding the pool. So now you can fully see the structure of pretty much everything. Obviously the pool has been, the structure of the pool has been done for a while, but to see the surrounding decking now is really exciting. So now the basic structure of everything is in, and we're really starting to get into some of the finer details and the things that go on top of the basic structure, including the outdoor kitchen. So I do have an existing outdoor kitchen that was custom built on my existing patio. Once again, if you're caught up on the series, you know the drama with that. There's always drama. Any and all. Yeah. Every project that I have done around my house has had drama. Literally every single one. The outdoor kitchen was the first one, and I should have learned my lesson from that, but you know what? Whatever. Long story short, that's getting completely ripped out and it's being relocated. So today they are working on building the structure of the outdoor kitchen. This is being demolished. This is the first little chunk of the kitchen. It's going to, like, the back of the kitchen will now be the wall here, if that makes sense. And then they've also been working on the flower beds right here. So this one looks like it's pretty much done. So down in that little hole, I'm gonna have some nice little plants to frame in the deck, and it's symmetrical. So there's another one on the other side that looks like he just finished that one up too. We have made a little bit more progress. So this is gonna be kind of the final update for this video. It is like January 22nd today for reference, and you can see that they have removed the grill from its original spot here, and now the grill is over here. So from this side, you can see what I was talking about with the wall situation over here. Now that's all built in, and I think it worked out really well. Obviously it's not like finished yet, but you can see the structure of it. And so then you go down the steps And you walk around to the other side and you have the new grill area. So they finished out this structure. I went with very simple stainless steel doors this time because I ended up really hating those wooden doors that I did last time. So simple stainless steel to match the grill and be really weather resistant, since this is not underneath anything, it's out in the open. All this stuff is, you know, weatherproof and stuff like that, so it should be fine. We have the little cutout for my water hose faucet thing, which is covered up with this insulator right now because it's cold and I don't want my pipes to freeze if we end up having another snowpocalypse. So I'm just keeping this on there for now. And the surface of it, it's not done obviously. It's gonna be white stucco to match the house, so they still have to do that. The structure is done, so you can really see the vibes now. Also, now that I'm seeing it all together, I'm kind of wondering if I should do a tile backsplash here. Originally I said just do white stucco here too, so it would just like blend in with this, but I'm like, what if I do an actual tile backsplash? Because I can maybe do like this same tile that I did over here on the pool right here, so it kind of coordinates. I have to ask them if that's possible, but what do y'all think? Should I just do white stucco so it's all like blended and simple? Or should I ask them about maybe doing tile right there? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But yeah, so this is what this area looks like now. I have space to have my table and chairs here. And then all of this is going to be demolished and ripped out. I'm still trying to decide what I'm going to do in this area after this is all ripped out. I'm thinking I want to do the wet bar idea where it'll be the sink and the fridge. So just like a little smaller thing with just the sink and the fridge and the TV. And then you have your couch sitting area here, but that hasn't been decided on or like designed yet. All I know is that this is getting ripped out. They also finished doing all the tiling. So now y'all can see the marker tile here and how it goes with everything else. There's gonna be landscaping here, like a flower bed here. Those are my bedroom windows. So basically the structure of everything is like done, but just like the finishes are not done because they still have to do the overlay of the decking to like do the nice like cool coat overlay. So it's not just gonna be this, it's gonna have something over it to make it look nicer. Obviously they have to clean up all of this type of stuff and fix that. They still have to do the finishes on here. They still have to put the plaster in the pool, the white plaster, and finish that out. They're gonna continue the same overlay that they do here is gonna continue up the steps and here too, so it all blends and matches. And then the landscaping. So there is still quite a bit of work to do. At least you can see how it's coming together now. Very exciting. So yeah, at this point, I basically just need to finalize my design and what I really want to do up on the top patio in that wet bar area with the sink and the fridge. I just don't 100% know like how I want that to look. So I'm still working on that. But what I do know is that it will be ripped out. The new outdoor kitchen is gonna be a whole different thing. So far, so good. It's looking good. I'm starting to see it take shape and I'm really excited. I mean, everything looks good. Like as of right now, as of literally today, they're actually out in my yard right now working on it. And I just took a peek right before filming this and it's looking real good. Like as of right now, everything is good. Everything is coming together. I'm very excited. Definitely there's still a lot more work to do. There's still several steps before it's anywhere close to being able to be swam in. I was told originally that the whole entire process could take about 6 months. And since they started in October, that 6-month period would lead me into April, which is actually Ziya's birthday is in April. And I would love to be able to do a backyard shindig for her birthday, like a backyard pool party type of thing. You know, like a mermaid theme and everything, but I don't know if the pool is really gonna be done in time for her birthday in April. Last time I talked to my pool guy, he did warn me that the plaster that they still have to put in the pool, the specific plaster color that I picked out, of course, the color that I picked out is like essentially like out of stock everywhere and it's really hard to get and it's taking a long time to like get it in. So that might be something that delays delays the pool being able to be done, because that's kind of like one of the last steps that they do before they like fill it with water and get it up and running. So if it takes an extra few months for the plaster to be delivered, then that's gonna drag it out. So it's really, everything is playing it by ear. Day by day, because you run into issues and something is not delivered and something is out of stock and we need this material and we ran out of this material. So he can't ever give me a real estimate on when things are gonna be done or when the whole thing is gonna be done. So I really have no idea. I'm hoping for April so that we can have the pool party for Ziya's birthday. If not, it'll be fine. I know it's gonna be done by summertime. It better be done by the very beginning of summer, because I plan on using this pool all summer long and breaking it in and having pool parties and whatnot. Keep my pool in your thoughts and prayers. Keep my plants in your thoughts and prayers that they don't freeze over the winter. And keep my pool in your thoughts and prayers that nothing happens with it and that it gets done by April. But yeah, you guys, that is basically all the updates that I have for you, all the major new things that have happened since my last episode. I will link everything down below that is linkable. So if you saw anything in this video that you liked, definitely check the description box for links. If you guys have any questions about anything, leave comments. If you have recommendations, advice, definitely leave comments. And also, like I said, get excited for the new home buying series, I guess, that is going to be coming out when I, get deeper into this process of buying another home. Stay tuned for that. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are excited too. Hope you guys are still enjoying this series. And yeah, that's everything I have. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.